and know what they want and how they want to pursue it. And it really does, to me, as I go there and as the kids go there, it makes me feel good that I'm raising responsible citizens, and citizens who will stand up for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, like, what do you guys think is sort of like, I mean, my own personal viewpoint, there's a lot of things that are going terribly wrong. Like, I feel like there's a huge moral decline happening in the country, and there's just a lot of, like, apathy and I don't know, ignorance, and people who are just kind of being stupid about things. And I'm assuming you guys see that as well. Like, what are your opinions about, like, how the initiative, like, what's happening and what the causes of that?
I think a lot of the causes of the problems in the society, in American society, including what's been identified as moral decline, stem from the devaluing of the individual. From a very young age, children are taught that they're just part of a family, they're part of a school, they're part of a group, they're part of a race, they're part of a religion, they're part of something. And I think that's the whole problem, is they're taught that they're a part. And what we need to focus on is that each individual is not just a part or a cog, but they are a separate thing unto themselves with value as an individual, and not just as part of a subgroup of human beings. And I think we've taken the value away from the individual, we've categorized, we've identified, and we've labeled people, and that's made them feel, I'm not me, I'm just part of this group thing, whatever the group is. And there's, you could pick whatever, but I think the big problem is that individuals have become devalued as individuals. And I think a lot of the problems of the world can be traced to that.
I agree and disagree in some respect. I really think that as our generations as we go further into the new generations here, and I look at some of my children's friends, they have no respect for anything. And I think it's important to me and to Lee to teach our children to respect not only themselves and their surroundings, but just the solid morals that we should all have as human beings, which are honesty and integrity, and a lot of times I see kids and they lie, and they don't really care if they hurt other people's feelings. They don't care about the person standing next to them, and that is something that I don't do in this household. I don't like the kids to not care about the person next to them. I don't care if they know them or not, that they should have the sense of, this person next to me is standing here. If they need help, if they need something from me, I'm available. I see a lot of kids are indifferent, and a lot of adults are indifferent, and I feel that's what's going on in our world today. A lot of people are just indifferent about what's going on. They feel if they can't change it, they won't do anything about it. It's, one voice doesn't mean anything kind of attitude, and one voice it means a lot.
It means everything.
You guys find that that's kind of it ends up being like a byproduct of sort of socialism sort of factors being introduced in a lot of art, like, from the top down, it seems like there's like sort of this, it's all part of the system now, and you have to participate, the rich have to pay their share, and you know what I mean, like, kind of like that whole sort of theory that seems to be going on right now.
Yeah. The idea that the rich have to pay their share, I don't know the numbers, and I'm sure if you listen to Hannity, you'll hear them any given day, that the top 1% of the wage earners pay 60% of the taxes or whatever. You know what? Hey, let's make it 10% off the top, lottie-dottie, everybody. Make it that. That's the only thing that's fair. Just because a guy, I work a lot of overtime, and the fact that I spend a lot of my energy working overtime, now I got to pay more taxes than the guy who didn't? I mean, really? So we're punishing productivity, we're punishing dynamic human energy, and we're attacking those who kick in the most. I mean, look, I'm not going to go buy a yacht, but a guy that buys the yacht employs how many yacht builders? So you're taking away his capacity not just to have money, And a lot of it is jealousy driven, I think. But you're taking away, if this guy can't afford to buy a yacht now because you're taxing them at 80%, hey, guess who loses? The people who build the yachts. Are any of them rich? No. So, I mean, yeah, it's this whole idea. If you have, therefore will take. Level the wealth. It's backwards. It is backwards. It's wrong. It's wrong to take from people who have because they have. That's not a reason.
Sure, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come back around to this. Let's talk a little bit about the Second Amendment. I'm assuming you guys are as advocates or fans of. If you can't just describe to me what the Second Amendment is and sort of like what's the importance in our society today. A lot of people say that it's sort of an old adage, like it's something that we maybe don't need anymore. What is it and why is it super important that we can use it today?
The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That in itself does not grant the right to keep and bear arms. Rather, that merely states that a pre-existing right, a right that's inherently present in all human beings, that it predates the Second Amendment. It just says that that right shall not be violated.